everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time watching me, welcome. This video is my most recent haul from Lavender and Speckles. It's the January 6th pre-order that Beth offered. And then I also have my customs that I won a spot for. When Beth was kicking off her customs in December, she picked a handful of names and I was one of them. So I have my customs order here, which is comprised of house blends of hers. I didn't have her make any particular custom blends for me, you know, from my own brain. But I wanted to talk about these because some of these blends are going to be offered in the February 10th pre-order that's going to be opening up this Saturday, I think. 11, 12, 13, yep, Saturday. The time is escaping me right now for the pre-order time, but I think she leaves it open for 5 or 6 hours or whenever she hits her turnaround time. At least that's how she conducted her January pre-order. So I'm going to dive right into these scents, and I'm so excited to talk about these. I've had my custom order for quite some time, but then I figured I might as well wait for my January pre-order to get here so I can just combine everything together and go. So first off, Lavender and Speckles is owned by Beth Wilson from Rogersville, Alabama. Beth has been in business for I think a little over a year, and she is getting really popular lately, and she deserves it because she has really good blends and really unique blending style. I think what I mean by that is some of her blends, I can tell when I'm melting a Lavender and Speckles versus another vendor. And, you know, each vendor puts their signature touch on their wax, and I can really see Beth's signature. And when we get into talking about some of these things, I will let you know more what I mean by that. Each order comes with an invoice like this. And then each order also comes with the thank you card here. Thank you so much for your, I'm reading this backwards. Thank you so much for your order. Your support truly means so much. Warm dates can be found on the invoice or the bags. And on the back here, we have her social information here. And she also does a contest. If you post your haul, you can win some free wax or a coupon or something like that. And then also we have a cute little business card. Her color palette is lavenders, purples, and all the pretty colors. And then this is her thank you card with her name and her email address on here. So that comes with every order. And then I also have the thank you card from my customs order, but we don't have to talk about that twice. I'm going to do my custom order first. And like I said, these are not any custom creations of mine. These are all Beth's blends, but I really wanted to grab some of these goodies. So as you know, Beth has a Gilmore Girls collection, which is going to be, a lot of them have been renamed for various reasons. I have a few in here under the new names, but also my, my invoice from my customs order, Beth has written on here the new names and what they were when I purchased them. Because when I purchased them, they were still under some of the Gilmore Girls names, but she's renamed them. You know, all that stuff that vendors have to do from time and time again. So let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, this first blend I want to talk about is a blend I've had before. This is Mountain Espresso. Mountain Espresso, this is very unique, but it's fantastic. I have melted through my complete small bag. Each small bag has 6 small pieces in here. Some people cut these in half, some people put a whole one in. It really just depends on how strong the oils are to me. In my open concept downstairs, I put a full size in my hot plates downstairs because I'm trying to do the whole entire floor, and a lot of times that's sufficient for me. But when I'm upstairs here in the bedroom areas and such, I cut some of these in half, and I put half in those because, you know, my space isn't open and there isn't, you know, that empty space to have to deal with our wax. So the bags that Beth is using for her smaller bags she's changed them to these thicker poly bags. Previously she had a little bit thinner bags and they were a little bit more square-like, whereas these are rectangle you know, this way. So Mountain Espresso is a unique blend of citrus, blue sage, amber, tonka, cedar wood, and espresso. So I think this blend came into creation. She was playing around with oils one day and had a little bit of this, and put coffee in it, and it smelled good. So this here is unique. It's very unique, but I really, really, really like it. When I smell this, it is not a super strong in your face, oh my goodness, that's a coffee scent. There's undertones of the coffee that's in here. But I will say most of this blend is the sage, the tonka, the amber, the cedar, with hints of coffee here and there. So this isn't like you're pouring yourself a cup of coffee and putting pine in it. This is very unique. And this is one, unfortunately, if you're interested in this blend, you're going to really have to try it and just see if it's something for you. But I do know that this one has been really popular. I don't remember if this one is on the list for this coming pre-order, but next time it comes back, snag it if you're interested in this. I repurchased it. So, yeah, it's a really good one. The next one I want to get here, this is Evergreen Beach Marshmallows. This one I melted one out of because I couldn't help myself. Like I said, I've had these for a little while. Beach Marshmallows is Beth's Beach Nights. She renamed it to Beach Marshmallows to get rid of that BBW type or dupe, whatever you want to call it. Evergreen is evergreen, like the tree, and marshmallows, vanilla, sea salt, driftwood, and a hint of s'mores, which is her version of Beach Nights. So Beth's Beach Nights, it's really, once I started, and I'll say I've purchased from Beth 3 times, I think 2 or 3 times. But lately, over the last couple of weeks, I haven't had a chance to do my empties yet. I have been melting a lot of Lavender and Speckles. It's growing on me as one of my favorite things to melt. And I have melted through a lot of my collection. I've also sent some to various wax friends out there in the community to share. They haven't had an opportunity to try Beth's wax yet, so I shared some of my pretzel sampler I purchased previously and my Palo Santo sampler, both of which she has coming up in the next pre-order. It's a Palo Santo Donut Shop sampler, and then she has a pretzel sampler coming up, a beach marshmallows sampler, which I probably am going to get, and she has one more favorite things. All of her favorites are most populars. So she has 4 samplers coming up. But I know when I'm melting a Lavender and Speckles Beach Nights because Beth's is different from any other vendor that I've had. They're similar, yes, but this one I know that it's a Lavender and Speckles because there's just a little bit more saltiness to it than some other vendors. Some other vendors are a little bit smoother, but this is a little bit more of a crispness to it, which works really well because for example, I was melting downstairs today. I popped in pine cones and Beach Nights, and I came back upstairs and worked. I changed the wax in the morning when I went down to make my cup of coffee. I start working at 7, and I ran down to make my cup of coffee, and I changed my wax down there, and I popped in the pine cones and Beach Nights. And when I came downstairs for lunch, I said, man, that is beautiful. That is such a beautiful scent. And I had to remember, what did I put in? Then I thought, oh, that's Beth's Beach Nights and pine cones. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And I think I saw that blend coming up on the pre-order this coming week. And I might have to grab some just because that is such a gorgeous scent. So you can blend Beach Nights with just about anything, bakery, fruity, pine, cedar, you know, you can be very versatile with it. So this one here, I've only melted one, like I said. I was trying to stay out of these. It has the integrity of the Beach Nights with a little bit of evergreen, but these come alive on warm. That's another thing I want to comment on with the performance of Beth's wax. It really, you have to let them, I know that she has written down to cure for a month or so, but I'm finding 6 weeks really starts to hit the sweet spot. At least in my home and with my warmers. I use tea light warmers and hot plates. With my warmers in my home, 6 weeks, like I said, they really start to blossom at that time. Especially some of the bakery and some of the Palo Santo, I find really need that little bit of extra curing. Some of these ones that are a little bit stronger, like Grandpa's Study or Richard's Study, those are ready to go. Any of the tobaccos, and even this one. But I'm letting everything cure for a nice period of time just because I want to get the maximum performance out of my wax. So if you like Beach Nights and a little bit of pine, try this one out. I have more Beach Nights blends in here. Let's see if I can pick them out here. This is a nice one, Beach Night Cookies. I think this is one of her most popular scents, and this is one that is definitely coming up in the next pre-order, and also one that I think she's going to probably offer every time, just because there's so many of us that love this. This is just her Beach Marshmallows and Sugar Cookie Royale, which, let's face it, Sugar Cookie Royale is another one you can blend with anything and it smells good. This is my second bag of Beach Night Cookies. I actually forgot to add this to my custom order, and I messaged her and asked her if she would add a bag on for me, because I bought one from a previous sale and I melted through it and I absolutely loved it. It's just, it is different, and different in that the Beach Nights is a little bit different. And I forgot this one also has marshmallow clouds or boardwalk marshmallow clouds. So that really does come out on warm with this. I will say, smelling it on cold, I know there's boardwalk marshmallow clouds in here, but when you warm that up, I mean, boardwalk marshmallow clouds really has surprised me over the years of melting wax, because I've smelled it in Bath and Body Works and it's just okay to me, but in wax and in home fragrance, it really takes on a strong presence in a lot of these blends. You can tell it's in there. It's got a little bit of magnolia in it. It has a like that marshmallow perfumey, feminine, pretty fragrance. So blend it with the Cookie Royale. This is one that I will buy again. Absolutely. The next one here is another one I got here, and I think I got some more in this, maybe I didn't in this January pre-order, but here's my pine cones and beach marshmallows. And this is just roasted pine cones, vanilla birch, and her Beach Nights. So vanilla birch gives a little bit of birch, not too much because it's sweetened up with the vanilla, but it has the pine cone in it. And I have in my pre-order from January the pine cone sampler. So this one, like I said, I melted this earlier today and I loved it. This is gorgeous. It's a really good performer too. I have a couple, excuse me. I have one more Beach Night blends in here that I can see. This one is Calm Nights at the Beach. So this one's a larger bag. These, of course, were her smaller bags. These ones, I believe, are $5.50, and this is, I have a, no, it's not even on here. I think these are $15.50. I think, something like that. This is a blend of Calm and Wild, which is sweet lavender and iced vanilla woods mixed with her Beach Nights. So this here is really nice. I love lavender. Lavender and Beach Nights are just, it's beautiful together. And add in that iced vanilla woods, you have something special. On cold here, I'm smelling a little bit of that iced vanilla woods. It has lavender in it, and it's a complex scent for as simple as you think it is, but it really gives a lot of robust, I don't want to say robustness, but it makes this robust when it's warmed up. I melted one of these at bedtime a couple of weeks ago, and this I really, really, really liked. And I've been letting this cure, and it's going to be fantastic. This is Calm Nights at the Beach, and this one is going to be back on Saturday. Okay, next one. Now this one here has a handwritten label, and this one is called Sweet Tobacco. Sweet Tobacco. Let me see if it was called another name on here. I don't see it on here. Maybe this is Amber and Tobacco. Am I blind? Maybe this is a sample, because I don't see it on my, you know what, maybe I added it. I don't remember. Maybe I added this to my order after I originally emailed her. I don't remember, but this is sweet tobacco. I have melted this before because you know, you can see I used one out of here. This is, it's rich. It's robust. That's a great use for that word here. Robust. It's got tobacco to it, but it's got a little bit of something extra in it. I wish I could remember the notes of what's in here. If you like tobacco scents and you like earthy scents, a little bit grassy, because tobacco can be sweet, yes, but it also can be a little grassy. If you like those scents, you could try this one. And it gives you a little bit of mysteriousness. It's a little sexy. It's a little sultry. This is sweet tobacco. I don't want to butcher that one, so I'll shut up about it. This next one is strawberry balsam. Now this one is simple. This is sweet strawberry and balsam. Balsam, that's it. So strawberry pine has been having a moment over the last year or so. Seeing strawberry pine everywhere, and it's good. This, you can smell the strawberry, but also in the same sniff, you get that beautiful fresh pine. It's really simple, you know, to describe this. This really performs well, and it's a nice scent. It's just a scent to melt when you don't really know what to grab, and something that you can melt when you're having company come over, or just you want to feel like a nice, fresh, clean. It's not like that though. It's a fresh, clean strawberry and a fresh, clean pine. So this is strawberry balsam. Next is dark amber and tobacco. Now this one here, this is bay leaf, cedarwood, bergamot, tobacco leaf, dark amber, rosewood, and tonka bean. And I'm pretty sure that this scent here is in Grandpa's Study, which used to be called Richard's Study. It was part of the Gilmore's line. And I absolutely loved Grandpa's Study. I actually had someone send me some in a random act of kindness. I love Grandpa's Study. I wanted to get the dark amber and tobacco isolated on its own to just really melt this on those days when I want to have a little bit of a masculine scent in my home, or I want it to be a little cozier, or I want it to be a little woodsier. This is everything that I get from this scent. If it has tobacco in it, tobacco leaf, I'm going to try it. I love this. It's a gorgeous scent. This blends well. And let's segue right on over into Grandpa's Study. Like I said, this used to be called Richard's Study from the Gilmore Girl line. This is worn leather, suede, rosewood, tobacco, amber, and oak moss. So I think oak moss, I'm not sure if it's part of the dark amber and tobacco, or if Beth added it in along with the suede and the leather. Not sure. But this here, it really smells like, this is so damn good. If this is on the list for Saturday, I might even buy more of this, because I love this scent. It is one of the best masculine scents I've smelled. And it's not cologne really. It's moss and tobacco and rosewood and a little bit of leather, a little bit of suede. But I'm not a heavy leather fan in wax. It can go south really fast, in my opinion. It doesn't have that sharpness to the nose that some leather and suede scents can have. This is smooth like velvet. It is really, and it performs well too. It lasts for many hours. This I love. It's a scent that you could melt, you know, when you have a fire going, or you know, you want to just have something different in your home. I mean, I'm just trying to give different scenarios of what I would grab for this. But I don't really have a rhyme or reason to when I melt. I just want to melt anything, anytime. And this is one that I just always like to have, because it's just a unique scent, and I love unique scents. Okay, next one. This is bourbon cornbread. I think this one was previously Friday night dinners. Yes, Friday night dinners. Of course, as part of Emily, Rory's grandma, as a deal with, I think they paid for her to go to Chilton, maybe Yale, Harvard. I don't remember. I haven't watched Gilmore Girls in a long time. I've seen it all the way through 3 times, but some of those details, you know, they just fade over time. Friday night dinners, Lorelai and Rory would go over to Emily and Richard's house and have dinner on Friday nights. So this one here is sweet cranberry marmalade blended with honey cornbread and topped off with French bourbon, because whenever they would go in, Emily would make a drink. Her and Richard and the ladies would sit there, and then they would go reluctantly into the dining room and be served by the waitstaff. And trust me, this is good. That's what Beth says. This is bourbon cornbread. So I melted one of these last week, and it's good. It really is good. You get the cornbread. You get the cornbread, you get the sweetness of the cranberry. But this isn't just cranberry and cornbread, because don't forget, it has that bourbon in it. It has those oaky, I don't want to say oaky, those that oak-like quality that is smooth, a little bit of woodsy, that balances out the tartness of the cranberry and then that creamy cornbread. I like this one. This one was a last-minute add-on on my list, but I figured I skipped it in the previous pre-order, the Christmas time pre-order, or holiday, winter, whenever she offered her Gilmore Girls last time for her pre-order. That's when I skipped this one. But I have it now, and I'm glad I grabbed it. Next one, this is First Kiss. First Kiss, this is Luke and Lorelai's first kiss. And I don't remember where exactly that took place in Gilmore Girls. I don't remember. But this one is spicy pomegranate, wild bergamot. This has a lot going on. This is spicy pomegranate, wild bergamot, dewberry, iris, jasmine, cinnamon, nutmeg, precious woods, cedar, and palo santo. So it's putting a little bit of feminine and a little bit of masculine in here, and it comes out. I mean, First Kiss is exciting and scary and thrilling and everything at the same time. So it's what I smell in here. If you've ever had, what is the scent called from Bath and Body Works? Oh my God, I used to wear it when I was in high school. Pomegranate, what was it called? Midnight pomegranate. Midnight pomegranate. If you like that scent from Bath and Body Works, give this a try, because that first thing that hits my nose is midnight pomegranate. I'm not getting any of the palo santo or the woodsy, the Luke part. I'm getting all Lorelai. I'm getting a little bit of just freshness, but I'm telling you, midnight pomegranate has to be in here, because if not, this is spot on for it. So this is First Kiss. Okay, so next one, this is the big game. This is the Yale versus Harvard game. That's what this one previously was. I'm just checking here, because Beth wrote down here what the new names are. Yale versus Harvard game. Okay, this is a good one. This is crackling birch, sweater weather, fresh cut grass, and peppermint. All fantastic standalones, all fantastic together. It's got a little bit of cooling from that peppermint, but basically this has a really strong dominance of sweater weather, because sweater weather has a strong quality where if you've ever smelled it, you know it's there. It lets you know it's there. So this, and it's tastefully blended. It's all just in one sniff. You get everything. You get a little bit of that birch, you get a little bit of that sweater weather, you get a little bit of that grass, and you get a little bit of that peppermint. It's all, I smell the grass and the peppermint, the sweater weather, and the crackling birch. This is nice. It just smells like fall. It smells like a little bit of grass, you know, from the guys playing football, and a little bit of peppermint from peppermint, you know, sweater weather from being, well, I don't know where I'm really going with this, but like, it's good. It's a fresh blend, a different blend. I like this one. Okay, edgy and sweet. This one was a film by Kirk. If you remember, Kirk was the quirky guy from Stars Hollow, and Kirk wanted to be a filmmaker, and he made a film called A Film by Kirk, and everybody watched it in town hall, I think. This is spices, including black pepper, cardamom, and clove, with leather woods, blended with sugar cookie royale and vanilla bean noel. Edgy and sweet. So, this blend sold me with black pepper, cardamom, and clove. That's all you need to get me in to try you, because I love all of those scents. Cardamom is just so warming to me and spicy to me. The black pepper also gives a little bit of tang, and not too bad. But this one here, you can smell the sweetness to it, because Beth purposely added a little bit more extra sweetness to this, I believe, because I pick up on that sugar cookie royale quite a bit with a little bit of that edgy part. I can't wait to get this melting to see how this blooms on warm. Right now it's sugar cookie royale. I'm not getting too much of the other stuff, but like I said, you have to warm it to really let it grow. Next is Merry and Bright. This is Bright Christmas Morning from Bath & Body Works. That's what this one is. This is warm notes of orange, cinnamon, clove, and a hint of nutmeg. So this one here, if you like Bright Christmas Morning with all the blood orange qualities and the bright citrus that it has, next time this is available, give this one a try. I smell orange. I know there's blood orange in here, so blood orange and a little bit of those spices. This is a nice, fresh blend, kind of punchy. Okay, next, these are all big bags here. Strawberry musk. I mean, this was a must. I skipped this, and I don't know why or how I skipped it in the previous orders, but I had to grab a bag of this, and I went for the big guy because I knew this would be good. This is simply strawberry pound cake and iced vanilla woods. This says her fave and strong. I haven't melted this yet, but telling you on cold, you can smell each note. You can smell the strawberry pound cake, and you can smell the iced vanilla woods. Iced vanilla woods has a little bit of spookiness to it. I originally think it was a Halloween scent from Bath & Body Works, and they've probably repackaged it over the years. I don't remember. I don't really know, but I would say they have, because I think I was reading about it the other day because I was trying to see if it's available all year or if it's just a, cooler weather scent. But I wasn't really having success with finding a dupe or something that's close to it that's available, during the most part of the year. But this one is a bestseller. This one's on the list for Saturday. I know it is because I already looked at the list a little bit ago and I remember this one being on there. So there's that one. This next one is Brown Sugar Amaretto. This is one, I haven't had any of Beth's amaretto blends, but I love almond and amaretto, so I had to give this one a try. And I went for the big guy because this one is just, I'm going to love this one. This is chestnuts, brown sugar, mahogany coconut, vanilla, buttercream, and amaretto, with strong on the amaretto. So amaretto can take over a blend so quickly, but in this case, I smell the amaretto, yes, but I also smell the chestnuts. I smell the brown sugar. I smell the fruity creaminess from the buttercream. I like this one a lot. I can't wait to get this one melting. It's so nice. It's sweet amaretto. Sugary, sweet amaretto. The next one here is one I actually have in this next order. So I have a couple of repeat purchases in this January 6th pre-order that I'm not going to talk about again. I remember buying 2 bags of this because this is G's PB&J. So, G's PB&J. My little guy loves a PB&J, and this is made of peanut butter cookies, raspberry jam, sweet blackberries, marshmallow fluff, fresh baked bread, and a hint of funnel cake. So that is the ultimate peanut butter sandwich. I mean, I have to tell you something. It sounds delicious if this really was a concoction in real life with cookies on your sandwich. My mom never let me put cookies on my sandwich, but in this case, in the wax world, we can do anything. This is so good. The raspberry jam, I've melted this before because I had a small bag of this. This, you get it's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It really is. If you put peanut butter on your bread and put a little bit of Smucker's raspberry preserves, that's, in my opinion, the best raspberry preserves is Smucker's. That is my childhood my mom bought strawberry sometimes, but strawberry gets clumpy. If you try to spread it, it doesn't work very well. At least the preserves doesn't. I love the red raspberry. It's so good to me. And this raspberry is a good raspberry. Couple it with the blackberries and the marshmallow fluff and the bread. This is delicious. This performs well too. I mean, it is not a, oh my God, in your face, knock you down kind of a scent, but it lets you know it's there. And the great thing with Beth's scents is they do linger. I can get a consistent 5 hours out of Beth's wax, no matter what blend I put in. And you know, that's pretty good because some blends can peter out around 3 hours, if we're being honest. Some around 4. Others, like Grandpa's Study or the tobacco blends and the fresh ones, I can get 7 or 8 hours out of it. I mean, naturally, those oils are stronger. But this one here is 5, maybe 6 hours worth. I love this. It's such a good one. And finally, this is one I took a chance on a couple of times ago, and I love it so much, and I haven't looked back. This one's on the list for this weekend. This is Leaves and Smoke. Leaves and Smoke. This is gorgeous, Beth. Gorgeous. This is smoked cedar, oud embers, clove, cedarwood, and spearmint with patchouli and amber blended with leaves from Bath & Body Works and evergreen. Yes, there's a lot going on in here. It's so complex, but this is just, it's such a good fall scent. It's fall. It's smoky. You can smell the leaves, but it's leaves blended with smoky and blended with wood, and it's just so good. This is the perfect scent when we have that damp weather that transitions from late summer into early fall, you know, when it starts raining a lot. Those damp days where a hoodie is appropriate, but you really could get a light jacket too. When you have a bonfire going, playing football outside, or pumpkin patch picking, all of those things. I love this. I will buy more. This is Leaves and Smoke. Leaves and Smoke. So that was my custom order. And next I'm going to talk about my pre-order from January. We are at 31 minutes. Okay. Like I said, the duplicates I'm not going to talk about again. Strawberry Musk. This is another bag of it. I don't see the melt by date on here. Let me see if my invoice is right over here. The melt by date, let me see if she stamped it on here. Warm, it's on the last page here. These are warm after January 31st. You can see it highlighted there. Warm after January 31st. So these are all ready to go. But you know, like I said, I melted some of her stuff around a month, but then I tested it for 6 weeks, and I just prefer it cured a little bit longer. My customs have a wait to warm until January 1st. So my customs are well cured. So Strawberry Musk is that one. And then I bought another big bag of G's PB&J. So I'm pretty much stocked up on these ones for a while. Strawberry Musk will come back multiple times this year. I'm not too worried about it, as will this baby right here. So those ones I have a good bit of. Here's my sample. We'll do that one last. Here's a new one to me. This one is blueberry zucchini bread. So this one here, I have not had any of Beth's blueberry blends other than Luke's Diner Breakfast, which has blueberry flapjacks in it, which is good, by the way. I finished that one up actually this morning. This is fresh blueberry muffins and zucchini bread. Now, I've had this blend. I mean, every vendor does it. It's nothing special, but it's so good. Now, Beth's zucchini bread is a little bit creamy with just the babyest touch of spice to my nose. Not bad at all. You can't really even detect it. But if you really sniff deeply, you can get a little bit of that nutmeg, a little bit of that cinnamon. So this has blueberry in it, and I love a good blueberry bakery. I always have blueberry in my home. I melt it multiple times a week. My husband loves blueberry too, so I always try to keep something on hand. I don't think this one's coming back this next time. I don't remember blueberry zucchini bread, but next time it comes, if you like it. I mean, a lot of other vendors have this combination. Give it a try. Okay, let's see what's in here next. I will say that Beth's boxes come beautifully packed, and they have this loose craft paper in it that cushions the bags very nicely, in my opinion. It does get all over the place, though, so kind of be careful when you're opening the bags. And sometimes a couple of these pieces can slip under the label. If you have OCD like me and that stuff drives you crazy, be careful because they can slip under the bags just because how thick these bags are. Just, you know, watch yourself if that's something that triggers you. I only mention that because it triggers me, but that's okay. I don't like glitter either, but I deal with it because I love my wax too much. So this next one's new to me. This is Angry Sea. I don't remember if this one's on the list or not. Some of the ones are being offered again, like I said, but then she's also changing it up and giving us a little bit more on our menu to choose from. So this next one is Black Amber, Lavender, Plum, Sweet Florals, Ozone, and notes of vanilla and amber. So I got this because I wanted to give it a try. I'd seen a lot of talk about it in the group, and I thought I like this fresh stuff every once in a while, even though I'm not a have to melt fresh. I mean, I don't want to box myself into just being an exclusive bakery warmer or fruity warmer or earthy warmer. I melt a little bit of everything. I have that versatility on my channel. I try to talk about a little bit of everything, except there's some scents that I just can't handle, like grapefruit and lime. I don't talk about a lot of lime because my husband doesn't really care for it, so I have to tread very lightly when I purchase lime stuff. But every so often, I want to grab for something laundry or something that's bright and oceanic and aquatic, and that's why I thought Angry Sea would be perfect for that. This smells good. The ozone is strong. I'm getting the florals, but it's not like flowers or a florist when you walk in the door and it just knocks you down. It's not like that. The lavender is in here. It's clean. The ozone is in here too. Ozone's so tough to describe, though. You just have to, it's in a lot of things. We don't really realize it. It just brightens things up. This is a nice, bright, fresh scent. Angry Sea. Let's see what's next. Beach Marshmallow Cookies. This is Beach Night Cookies. This one we already talked about. Okay, this next one here. Oh, this is Call It a Night. I got this one for my husband. My husband likes lavender at bedtime. I bought a new warmer for my bedroom. My warmer died a few weeks ago, and I bought a new warmer, so I'll have to fire it up and I'll get it going. This is Call It a Night. This is a lavender blend. This is fresh lavender, sweet lavender, marshmallows, and peppermint. Pretty simple. I think every vendor's done this in some way, shape, or form. But I liked that Beth added both fresh and sweet lavender because they both add something great to a blend, and used in conjunction with each other, I think just makes for an ultimate relaxation. I like that she brightened it up a little bit with peppermint. And yes, this is similar. This is another vendor I'm going to compare this to. This is similar to Winter Snooze by L3. That one is lavender, chamomile, and peppermint, whereas this one is your lavenders with your marshmallow and your peppermint. Similar. So if you like that one, you would probably like this one. I like this. It gives the cooling creaminess of the peppermint blended with those lavenders. This is a good one. I like that one. Marty will be happy with that. Okay. Next, Date Night. Okay, Date Night. This was a wild card for me. Not because I don't like these scents, but these aren't ones I really gravitate to a lot. But I haven't had anything like this before. This is Black Cherry French Merlot. That's what got me, was the Merlot. Merlot is a wine, of course. It's a rich, red, deep wine, and it's bold. It's a little dry. So I haven't really had it in wax. So I thought, ooh, Merlot, I've got to get that. Mixed with apple blossom, coconut milk and jasmine, cashmere and spun sugar. This already sounds gorgeous, and I haven't even smelled it yet. Coconut milk, jasmine, for a little bit of freshness. I love coconut milk. This is nice. This is fruity floral, but not bad floral. It mixes very, very well with the cherry, very, very well with the Merlot. I get those, because, you know, Merlot is wine, yes, but it's dark like cherry juice. It's dark like pomegranate juice, cranberry juice, and whatnot. It's rich and bold and a little tart, but it blends beautifully with the apple to brighten it up, the creamy coconut milk. This is not cough syrup cherry. This is not even cherry pie filling. This is not almond. This is true cherry. It's true cherry. If you get a bag of Bing cherries and when you're eating them, that flesh and that nothing like fresh cherry, that's what this is. I like this. And the little bit of floral that's in here and the sugar just makes it a unique blend. This is very unique. This is a beautiful blend, Beth. Bravo. Date night. Okay, what's next? Okay, we have brown sugar figs and honey. Come on, little guys. There we go. Got a couple more on this side here. Oh, he can live in there. He must be happy in there. Okay, brown sugar figs and honey. Here we go. This one is fig, orchid, brown sugar, vanilla, acacia honey, and sandalwood. I think that's how you say acacia honey. This smells like it could be similar. I wonder if there's brown sugar and fig in here from Bath & Body Works. That was one of my favorite scents back in the day. I think it came back last year at some point. I think it came back. Yep, I smell it in here. This is brown sugar and fig with a little bit of orchid. Orchid, of course, is... Orchids are very hard to raise. My uncle, growing up, he came into my life when I was probably 9, 10, somewhere around there. He raised orchids. And orchids have to be babied every single day. They are very, very meticulous with what they like. However, they produce vanillas, and they produce some of the most gorgeous scents ever. I'll never own an orchid just because I don't have the time to dedicate to it, and you have to, you know, tie it up with fishing wire. You have to really give it what it needs for it to grow. You either have it or you don't. A green thumb. I have a small green thumb, but not with something like that you can kill very, very quickly. Why I say that is the orchid is in here, and if you don't really know what orchid smells like, next time you're somewhere and you see an orchid blend that you have access to, but I'm trying to think of a store that would have an orchid, something orchid in there that would have heavy floral. I haven't been in Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's lately to know what they have in their home fragrance department or wax or anything, but I'm thinking a bigger box store to maybe at least try and see if you could handle orchid, because orchid just, it gives a unique floral take to it. It's not a lily, it's not a rose, it's not a I don't want to say dandelions don't smell like anything, but it's not even a marigold. You know, marigolds have a unique scent to it. I love marigolds. It's not like your traditional flower. It's got an exotic feel to it. I would say it's closer to a lily, but this has a little bit more to it. The honey in here is just for sweetness. The sandalwood is smooth, but the things that are striking to me first are the brown sugar, the orchid, and the fig. So fig, of course, is very fragrant too. I like this one. I'm glad I got that one. Okay. Next, we have Cotton Candy Laundry. I went back and forth with this one because, you know, I'm not a huge cotton candy person. In fact, you don't see a lot of cotton candy blends on my channel because sometimes cotton candy is a little bit too sweet for me. Sweet in that it takes over a blend, and I like it to be accented in a blend. I'm just picking the little shards out from this label here. I like it to be balanced well in a blend, but I took a chance on this because it's been a minute since I've seen cotton candy mixed with laundry. So this is Cotton Candy Laundry. This one is strawberry pound cake, cotton candy frosting, vanilla bean Noel, and birthday cake. I wonder if this is the right description because there isn't anything laundry in this description. So, but we'll see what it smells like. I'll try my best. This one is definitely a laundry scent, but the label doesn't have anything laundry in here. Like I said, I think this was a typo in the label. If it's not, then there's some sort of laundry in here. I'm not getting any cotton candy right now. I'm just getting the laundry, but you know what? Hold that. When I smell it, you know how cotton candy has that sugar scent? There really isn't. I know you can have blue cotton candy, pink cotton candy, white cotton candy. They all smell the same to me. Sugar. So if I inhale deeply, I can get a little bit of that sugar quality, but this is mostly laundry to me. And like I said, if this is the right description, I don't know what laundry oil this is, but it's definitely a laundry. So cotton candy, laundry. See how many times I can say laundry. Okay, next one here, Calm Nights. This one I've had before. We talked about this one. I'm just cleaning up the little shards. Okay. Ooh, Icy Vanilla Woods. I like this oil. I got this alone because I wanted to blend a little bit with this. This is complex. That's what it says here. Complex notes of lavender, vanilla, woodsy, and musk. But it has a brightness to it too. It has a little bit of a cooling effect too. This one, I like this. I really can't tell that it's a lavender scent though. But it has to be herbal lavender if it's going to be. I just get a little bit of that essential oil vibe from it. The vanilla and the woodsy is here. The musk is here. The lavender is almost like an afterthought. But it's in here. It's just a little small bit to my nose. I like that. I'm going to play around with that scent. Okay. Pipe tobacco and oak moss. We talked about this one already. Pipe tobacco and oak moss. I got that. More of that. Lemon zucchini bread. Oh, I'm excited for this one. I love a good lemon bakery. Lemon and zucchini bread are fantastic together. They're good. I will have zucchini bread in my home until the day I pass away. If I'm still melting wax as an old lady, which I hope I am. Lemon's one of my husband's favorite scents too, so I always try to keep it. This is creamy lemon pound cake blended with zucchini bread. Simple, but I want to see what Beth's lemon's like. I haven't had any of her lemon yet, so let's see. That's nice. I smell the lemon. This is mostly her zucchini bread. The lemon is very faint right now, but this probably needs to have heat to it to let that lemon brighten up. I can tell there's something extra creamy there. I just can't pick up on the lemon on cold. But like I said, a lot of these blends need heat. Okay. Pine cones and spice. This is one I actually have over in my melting tote to try. This is another one of her most popular ones here. This is roasted pine cones blended with cinnamon buns and creamy frosting with a touch of pumpkin pie spice. So this one here is good. You get a little bit of the roasted pine cones, but it's a bakery pine cone. You have the cinnamon from the cinnamon rolls, a little bit of extra spice, and a little bit of creamy frosting like she said. This is spot on the description to this. This is nice. This isn't necessarily a winter or a fall scent. You can melt this any time of year that you want to. This is just a nice scent. And roasted pine cone is having a moment also, so you can blend it and make it really versatile too. Okay. Next, pine cones and beach marshmallows. I thought I bought more of this one. I love that one. So good. It's gorgeous. Next one, Mountain Espresso. I grabbed more of that one. We talked about that one already. I think the last thing in here is that's the last thing in here. This is my roasted pine cone sampler, and then we'll be done. So this video will probably be a little over an hour. So, okay. Oh, it's raining paper shards. Tomorrow's garbage day too, so I think I'll run this out to the garbage. My husband already put it on the curb, but that's okay. I'll run it out in the morning. I've got paper all over me. So, okay. These come in these, I think these are organza bags. I'm just picking paper off of me because you can't turn the OCD off sometimes. Pardon me. Okay, these nice drawstring organza bags. You can put them all back in here nicely. This is the third sampler I've purchased from Beth. Each scent comes in 3 little shapes, so enough to, you know, get it going in a few warmers throughout your home and see how it does for you. Let's go. First one, Dreamy Pine Cones. Dreamy Pine Cones. This one is Dreamy Marshmallow Clouds, which is her boardwalk marshmallow clouds with roasted pine cones. So this one here, right now, I'm not getting too much pine cone. I'm getting that boardwalk marshmallow clouds, which, like I said earlier, it's a strong scent and home fragrance. It really takes over the blend, but in a good way. I like this. That pine cone will just lightly kiss this, I think, and make this a really gorgeous scent. I'm going to put these back down in the bag just for storage purposes. There we go. Okay, next one. Honey Spice Pine Cones. We have this one here. This is sweet honey pears with a touch of spice blended with roasted pine cones. So I love honey. I love honey pear. Spice honey pear is such a good oil. I'm getting the nice spice honey pear is a sweet blend. It's exactly what it says. It's sweetened by honey, which is naturally, naturally occurring. It's not man-made. It's natural sweet honey with pear. And honey and pear, eaten in grease all the time. It's good together. Try it if you have a chance. Next time you have the two in your home, it's fantastic. A little bit of Greek yogurt too will go. It's a really good dessert too. I like the honey pear. I'm not getting too much spice, and this is really just honey pear. I'm not getting too much pine cone, but these probably need a little bit of time for that pine cone to blossom. It needs heat. That's what I mean to say. Okay, this next one is Palo. I say Palo Santo. Some people say Palo Santo, Palo Santo. Palo Peppermint Pine Cones. Palo Peppermint and Pine Cones. Oh my. Creamy Palo Santo and roasted pine cones with just a touch of peppermint. So this one here. I like that. That smells fantastic. This is, it's kind of unique. I'm getting pine cone and peppermint mixed together, but it's so unique smelling to me. You wouldn't think it is because it's just, three simple notes, but I like this. The Palo Santo gives a little bit of creaminess to it almost. That's Palo Santo is different from other vendors I've had. It's light, but it lingers. It really does. That's the best way I can describe it. And so many people love it. I mean, the Palo Donut Shop, which I have too, that's samplers coming up in the pre-order, so the Palo Santo isn't going anywhere. Oh Christmas Tree. This is roasted pine cones and Palo Santo. A tad heavier on the Palo, but so good. So this one here. I'm not getting too much of the pine cone. I'm getting that nice Palo Santo. She's right. There is more Palo Santo in here. Maybe a little bit of pine cone, not too much. Next one. Just plain roasted pine cones. This one, if you know what it smells like, I mean, that's what this one is. It's pine, but it's wood. It's more woodsy pine, not necessarily air freshener pine or pine sol. It's creamy woodsy pine. Okay, next, lavender pine cones, sweet lavender pine cones and beach nights. I would have liked this one. I love all these 3 notes. This is nice. You're getting the beach nights, that creamy deliciousness that it is, mixed with the pine cones and lavender. I like this one. These need to cure a little bit, in my opinion. They are a little on the lighter side, but like I said, I'm going to let these cure so I can describe them more in my warm reviews down the road. This next one, pine cones and spice plus sugar cookie. So pine cones and spice, which is again roasted pine cones blended with cinnamon buns and creamy frosting with a touch of pumpkin pie spice with sugar cookie. So everything we talked about before with that scent that I just talked about, right here, pine cones and spice with cookie. I like that. I'm getting the pine cones and spice. Not too much cookie right now, but that one will come. Bourbon pine cones. This was a little sample that was in my was in the sampler. A sample within a sampler. Fresh bourbon blended with roasted pine cones. I like this. I get the woodsiness of the bourbon, the smoothness of the bourbon, blended with a little bit of that pine cone. I like this one. That is a really good one. Next is salty butterscotch pine cones. We have salted butterscotch type from Bath & Body Works blended with roasted pine cones. I love salted butterscotch. I have a couple candles in my candle collection that I won't melt or burn because I'm not buying candles anymore. And I just, honestly, frankly, when I'm having a really tough mental health day, I smell my wax and I smell my candles. And I need to not neglect my candles because wax has been such a pivotal part of my life in the last 3 years. I don't really sit and smell my candles like I used to. That was part of my therapy and part of my grounding is smelling stuff. So I need to not neglect my candles, but I know I have a few of the salted butterscotch in there. Let's see what this one's like. There it is. Okay. Salted butterscotch is a strong blend, and that's all I smell when I smell this. I cannot wait to melt this to see what it does with that roasted pine cone. I'm so excited for this one. So excited for that. Okay, next we have strawberry musk and pine cones. The famous strawberry musk, which is strawberry pine cones and icy vanilla woods, blended with roasted pine cones. So this one, I'm just smelling the strawberry musk, but it is a really strong scent. I'm not getting too much pine cone, but just let it cure a little bit. Okay, next, a couple more here. Vanilla pine cones. This is sweet and creamy vanilla blended with pine cones. So this is going to be a simple blend, but a good one. This one. Ooh, I like that. I really like that. That vanilla is a good vanilla. I wouldn't quite say it's a vanilla bean. Well, it's not vanilla extract and it's not bakery vanilla. It's just a nice vanilla, but it's not vanilla lace from Victoria's Secret. It's not vanilla bean Noel. It's not warm vanilla sugar. It's vanilla. I like that. I really like that vanilla. And I'm not a vanilla person, surprisingly. I like this. Oh, that's different. I really like that one. I would buy more of that, especially if it performs well. Cake and pine cones. Strawberry pound cake, vanilla buttercream, and pine cones. So a little bit of strawberry with pine cones. Can't go wrong. I like this one. You can smell I smell the buttercream right now blended with a little bit of the pine cone. Not so much the strawberry pound cake. Sometimes that can be a little lighter to the nose, but that one is very creamy. And the last one in the sampler here. Ooh. Masala chai and cinnamon pine cones. There's a masala chai. It might even be this one, but there's a masala chai blend that's going to be on the pre-order. I love masala chai. If you like chai, those warming spices, give any blend that has masala chai in it a try. This is nutty and spicy masala chai, freshly baked cinnamon buns, and pine cones. Yep, that chai just, oh, it's so good. It has cardamom in it. It has a little bit of, what are the spices in there? Cardamom, cinnamon. I can't remember right now all the things that are in chai, but it's gorgeous. It's I think a little bit of nutmeg. I might be wrong on that, but definitely cardamom, definitely cinnamon. Oh, it smells like, it doesn't smell like this, but it's similar to Indian food, especially ones that have cardamom in it. You know when it's in something. It has that aroma. It just makes me feel like I have Indian food in front of me, but it's not Indian food. So I hope that interprets correctly. You interpret that correctly. It's just the warming spices that, I mean, cardamom is cardamom is cardamom. You can't really cover it up the integrity of it. So that's the last one in that sampler. And my sample for my order is vanilla sugar pine cones, which I think is warm vanilla sugar and pine cones. That's this one here. So this video is a little over an hour. I smell the pine cones in here. Not too much of the warm vanilla sugar, but warm vanilla sugar is just, it's a Bath and Body Works scent, of course, if you didn't know that. It's a warm, I always used to say it's a wintertime fragrance because it's so warm and cozy and comforting. It's caramelized sugar and vanilla and scrumptiousness, but you blend it with wood and it just sweetens it up a little bit more. So, okay, that is my most recent orders from Lavender and Speckles. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you stuck along throughout the whole thing here. Hope everyone has a beautiful week ahead and has a nice evening. It's nighttime here. It's time for me to go to bed. But I wanted to get this video done. Make your list for Saturday if you're going to be participating. Hope you get some yummy goodie smell goods. So hope everyone has a good week, like I said, and I'll see you soon.